Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Stephen. Stephen is from Scotland, so let's see what Stephen has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
Stephen. Okay, Stephen, so just before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
I'm from Glasgow in Scotland.
Certainly. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a photographer.
Wow. Tell me what's the most interesting thing about being a photographer?
The people, you get to meet a lot of nice and interesting and talented people. And it's something I always enjoy about doing. Yeah.
Right. So, so you're a photographer based like photographing only people, not like places or?
I do both. I photograph a lot of Glasgow, the city, and that's how I started. And then I moved to photographing people, but I still do both.
I see, okay. And before we start the game, just tell me something interesting about yourself.
I think that's the most interesting thing is I do photography, and I would like to do more short films. That's what I want to do more of. So hopefully there'll be more of that in the future. Can't do any right now, but that's something I'm really interested in doing. Hopefully other people will find interesting too.
Right. Fingers crossed that this epidemic will feel finished soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
That's good. Okay, Stephen. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. I've got this lovely box here full of random fun questions, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to play a music just for us to get in the mood before the first question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Hope you like the music. Hey, Stephen, ready for the first question?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So the first question is, what's the most beautiful thing someone have ever said to you?
Oh. Someone said a late with Lynch, which was very nice. The director I quite like, so I think that was kind because it happened twice. So I think that's a nice compliment for me personally. But I'll take that. That was nice.
Very good, very good. Let's get another question for you.
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, before the next question, Stephen, tell me, what's the best part of living in Glasgow?
I like the kind of atmosphere of the city. Cities are almost like large towns, but Glasgow feels like a modern city with all the things a modern city would have. And that's why I like it, and I think there's a lot of access to entertainment and a great place to meet people who are like-minded about like photography, like filmmaking, that sort of thing. So it's a great place to be and learn, and it's like a hub. You don't feel like you need to go elsewhere, even though there's great opportunities elsewhere. Like it's a great place to start and be if you want to, like for example, be someone like me interested in photography and filmmaking.
I see. Yeah. And then what's the negative part of living in Glasgow, if there is any?
Negative part. There's a lot of unfortunate poverty across the whole country, but in Glasgow it's gotten pretty bad in the recent last few years. I've seen more and more people on the street, and it's pretty heartbreaking to see. So it's something I would like to definitely 100% change about the day to make sure there's more housing for homeless people. It's something that's a priority to me, charity-wise.
Okay, great. Next question is, what is the one thing you won and how did you win it? Something special.
Something I've won?
Yeah, how did you win it?
I don't think I've ever won anything. Well, it's not a great answer, but I came in third place in a Christmas card competition in primary school. So it's not like a big award, but I think I was pretty pleased with myself at the time. I've not really won much in my adult life. I don't do a lot of competitions, so maybe that's my problem. I should do more. Yeah.
Cool. Me neither, actually. I was thinking now if I remember like winning something like lottery or something. I never won anything. So
Won the lottery, yeah.
right, let's get another question for you, Stephen. Before the next question, Stephen, tell me what's the most challenging part of being a photographer, if there is any?
Challenging part is I've always struggled to get my ideas across. Sometimes when you're talking to someone, you kind of see the light in their eyes fade and you're worried you're getting too bored, or they're like, that's too weird. So it's striking a balance of being good with your words and knowing what you can communicate in the right way. I think the other part is quite difficult is I think just the planning of it and getting everything lined up so that you're ready to go on the day. It's fun when it happens, but it's challenging and it's hard, but it's an enjoyable process that I like.
I see. Okay, cool. Next question is, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
Travel more in general, I'd like, and be more specific, I'd like to go to Japan and the Asian countries. And bucket list. I would like to direct a film, like a proper film with a big budget that its production goes on longer than a day. Kind of film. So I feel like I'm relatively near there if we can get past pandemic stuff.
Uh-huh.
But and another thing would be photograph a celebrity. That'd be interesting.
Okay.
We step up the game. Yeah, interesting. So.
Very good, very good. Next question. What you're drinking, by the way?
It's Diet Coke. Don't worry. It's Diet Coke.
Just curiosity. Okay, Stephen, how would you describe a perfect friendship?
A friendship should go 2 ways, right? It shouldn't be one person having to carry the other person too much. And I've had a lot of friendships over the years where I feel like I've been the one doing all the work of like, hey, come hang out, or I'll phone you. And I realised that if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't hear from them. So for me, a perfect friendship is someone who you can rely on and they can rely on you, and it's almost kind of symbiotic in a way. You're both kind of dependent and supportive of each other. I think that's probably the best kind of friendship.
I agree as well. I agree. I think when you walk the same path, isn't it? Not just expecting doing more or less, just walking the same path, I believe. Is your best friends around you as well, or are you far away in different places?
I don't have many friends in Glasgow. I'm loath to count the kind of models and photographers I've met just because it feels a bit more kind of professional.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met some really nice people in Glasgow for photography that I'm fully comfortable to call like friendly acquaintances. But most of my friends are in Edinburgh, and they all have like families and husbands and wives, and I'm still here doing my thing. So.
Great. Next question. Before the next question, tell me if you can share like a situation where you're doing like a photo shot or something that it wasn't going a good way, and suddenly, and in the end, everything like came up in the best way you were expecting.
I did a short film in last February this time last year, and it was the first time I'd done anything like that, with directing, script writing and editing. It was one day I had 3 hours to get all the shots I'd planned, and I forgot to do some of the shots, so I was missing footage, and I obviously couldn't go back to it again. I couldn't rehire the makeup artist and the performer back in, and it was one of those things that was kind of like what you're asking, where it's like I just had to make it work with what I had, and in there I found something that I liked, and I created something different than I intended, but I liked the outcome, and it's the part of filmmaking I hear people talk about. It's like the film or the project is greater than the sum of its parts, where you lay out all the things and put it together, and then you find something in a complete product that's extra. Where did that come from? That's cool. That's something unintended that's there. So it's nice to have seen that in my own work, and I'm enjoying that process of unexpected.
Okay, cool, good one. Next question is, share with us a crazy story that happened to you when you were at school.
Glasgow isn't known for the best behaviour of its pupils at schools. So when I was in maybe first year of secondary, there was like different gangs of school kids in the older years, and they would have what's called bottle wars, where they would throw bottles filled with stones across the playground at each other, and if you were just in the middle, then you were in the middle. So it's welcome to Glasgow. But yeah, that was always interesting when you're eating your packed lunch or whatever and just look up and be, oh no. So yeah, it's unfortunately nothing too interesting other than just surviving Glasgow school life.
Okay, let's get another question for you. Okay, next question is, how do you make friends?
I don't actually try, which might be my problem. I think if I were to try, I'd probably continue what I'm doing, which is pursuing my interest, which is photography and filmmaking. And you meet people along the way, like I have. And then last year in 2020, of all the years, I was surprised to meet people that I would call friends. Somehow in that year, I've kind of stuck. So I would say pursue what you're interested in, find people who like the things you like. It's not always essential to have the same interest, but it helps a lot when you have like goals that can align and help each other get there. But I would say do what you love, and the people you love will follow. I think, yeah, maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think friends, you don't choose friends; they just come up to you naturally, isn't it? It's just like a connection. If the connection is there, it's there. There's no like way of making friends. Enjoying the show so far?
Yes, yeah.
Good. Let's get another one. Before the next question, Stephen, tell me what's the biggest difference between Glasgow and Edinburgh?
Edinburgh. I think the people, the attitudes of the people are slightly different. In Edinburgh, it tends to be people just leave you be. But in Glasgow, if you stand still for 5 seconds, you have someone talking to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's very hard to stand still in Glasgow and be at peace, or have like, or in your phone or like whatever. You'll find someone there saying hi or asking for directions or whatever, or later, that kind of thing. But in Edinburgh, people can leave you be. But I've had more rowdy nights out in Edinburgh than Glasgow, which is strange. I've never gotten into trouble on a night out in Glasgow, sorry, which is strange. But in Edinburgh, it's been pretty wild from what I've seen. But it's strange to see that difference.
It's funny you say that, because I had someone as well on the show, an actor, actually, he was an actor from Glasgow, and he was telling me the same. He told me something as well, that's in Glasgow, people, they're very friendly. They're gonna find a way to talk to you. They're gonna find a way to connect with you. If they see you around, like lost in the street, they're gonna ask you if you need any help or something like that. And it made me remember, because I'm from Brazil originally, and in Brazil we are like that as well. In Brazil, it's impossible for you to be like alone on the street or like not talking, because people are gonna find a way to connect with you somehow. Even if you not say anything, they're gonna come up to you and say, "Why are you okay?" or anything, is something happening? So it's always made me remember, actually. It's the same way as well, the same approach way. Okay, next question is, what is your most embarrassing moment?
There's a lot, unfortunately. Last night I went to the shops and forgot my wallet, which is embarrassing.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Thankfully it's not far, it's like just like a minute's walk, but I was just not prepared, embarrassed, you know? And it's just like, I might not go back, I might just leave it. I did go back. But most embarrassing, I think, I don't know, just probably just being too drunk and doing something silly. And apparently there was a time where I was playing air guitar in the middle of someone's hallway and I don't remember at all.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I woke up inside a rickshaw one time where the bikes and wheels with the carriage, and my friend was next to me, but I didn't know how I got in there. So I was just moving at speed and suddenly was awake and was wondering why the world was moving so fast. But yeah, there's a reason why I don't drink anymore. I've outdone myself too many times.
I think the most embarrassing moment we have in our lives when we were drunk, isn't it? I think there were
Probably,
the
yeah.
most...
Something that I have no control over when I've been drinking, that's what I'm embarrassed of.
That's for sure. At least you have stories to tell in the end of the day, isn't it? At least.
Yeah. This is what they've told me, so it could be all be false. Who knows? Yeah.
Right, let's get another question. Okay, next question is, where do you want to be in 10 years' time from now?
Where I would like to be a bit more mobile. I'd like to be able to move around a bit more freely. With basics of like being able to travel to London without restriction. I would like that to be able to hopefully be something we can see in the next couple of years. And generally, like I'd like to again like to travel more. So I'd like to be able to go to new places, and I would like to have opportunities. But it's been something that's come up over the past couple of years with people saying, "Hey, are you free to come here, or would you like to?" And like, I would, because the person wants to work with me or just connect in some way, and I'd like to be able to like act on that and be able to do those things. So I would like to be at least more mobile. Definitely, I would like to be working and be kind of thought out as like someone who is known for doing what I do, and generally just being involved somewhere in the film industry or photography. So yeah.
Very good. Another question.
Don't do any interviews. This is the first interview I've done in this kind of fashion.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I'm not used to being in front of the camera, which is shameful for a photographer to say. I should take my own medicine more often and be in front of the lens as opposed to behind it. But no, not at all. Don't feel that way at all.
Good. I had last weekend. I was doing a shoot as well. I had a photographer from Sydney, Australia, but his area he photographed just the fitness side, fitness models, and yeah, quite interesting. Okay, Steve. Next question is: what's the soundtrack of your life and why?
Soundtrack, as in like a song or an album or like a...
Could be any, or a sound, or yeah, an album or.
I would say, I don't know. I would stick with Leonard Cohen. His music is kind of steeped in kind of Christian mythology, but he's not really devout. He's been immersed in that kind of ideology since childhood. It's known to him, and it's kind of this language that other people speak, even if they don't believe. It's still like a recognised kind of symbolic natures. And I'm always interested in symbology and meanings and how people perceive stuff and pick up in little bits. And his music literally feels like it's been spoken by a beating heart. It's very low and steady and rhythmic. And I like immersing myself in that, but I don't know why it would be my soundtrack. It's something that I like, and it's calming, and it's reliable, and it lasts decades.
All right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Stephen, I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it. Right, next question is, who is your biggest hero?
I could listen to Martin Scorsese talk all day about filmmaking. I think he's just so alive with it when he's talking about it, and but I don't think I could list one person as like my kind of go-to person. Like I take a lot from different people. Like I've mentioned David Lynch, and I love his freedom of ideas and don't need to place meanings and definitions on things to understand them and appreciate them, and the kind of the dreamscape he goes for. I've got great love for that. I don't know if I have a hero that's kind of there, the one that I idolize. I kind of pick and go from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
don't know if that's that, yeah.
2 questions left. Let's do it. All right. Next question is, what makes you laugh out loud?
Like unexpected profanity, like a good swear word in the right place is very tickling to me. I don't know, like the kind of simple stuff of humor.
Yeah.
Or people say cat videos, cats being violent to dogs, that kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. Ready for the last one?
Mhm.
Let's do it. Before the next question, the last one, just tell me if you could give one advice to someone who's starting as a photographer now, what would be your biggest advice to this person?
Don't worry too much about style. I've heard that a lot where young photographers or new photographers are always saying, I don't know what my style is, I don't know what my thing is. I would say don't worry about it in the sense of that way never once ask what is my style. I've always just done what I like and what I loved and what I wanted to see in the picture, and that becomes your style, even if it is a bunch of different styles. Like my work tends to be quite dark and moody, and people say, oh, that's your style. It's like, no, it is, but I also do other stuff. It's all encompassing. But and it's what I suppose the style is what people expect from you. Maybe that's how it's thing. But people worry a lot about what their style is and what they're perceived as. So I would say don't worry about it, just do what you like, and then that will just come naturally. So do what you love and keep doing it, and you'll find like a path that suits you the best.
Okay, cool. Last question. If you could be in somebody's skin for 24 hours, who that would be and why?
Like, I think probably like someone who is actually a filmmaker or director, so I can learn through their eyes and get to see like all the tricks and they live their life, and probably just say I would like to be Martin Scorsese for a day. I'd like to see what he does. I'll probably pick a bad day where he's like just off, doing nothing, and he's not making any movies, knowing my luck. So yeah.
Right. Good one. Okay, Steven, let's play now the quick thinking game, okay? So I'm going to give away some words and you just tell me one thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with religion.
One word, faith. Faith.
What's that, sorry?
Faith.
Okay. How about love?
Sorry?
Love.
Love. Kindness.
Money?
There was a phrase that came to mind. Don't want it. Don't want it. I don't want to have to worry about money. Yeah.
How about family?
Family, important.
Okay. How about life?
Essential.
Politics?
Politics. That's yeah.
Friendship?
Friendship. Respect.
Regret?
Preferably none. Yeah.
Desire?
Want.
Success?
Failure.
Wish?
Wish. Loss.
If I tell you Glasgow, one word.
Home.
And the last one, photographer.
Life.
Very good, very good. Let's play now Steven and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Okay, Steven, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, my question is, if you had a one-word mantra, what would it be?
Very good question. I would say approachable. I think that would be my mantra. That's for sure. I think being approachable or try to be approachable, you can open a lot of doors and you can change your life. I think if you are an approachable person, that would be. Steven, did you have a good time?
I did, yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for being so kind and accepting my invitation. Thank you very much. And before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive quote or positive message, something that inspires you in life.
I'm not the most, what people would describe as a positive person. So I did my best to come up with like a positive quote and outlook. Just for you, I'm a big fan of Bill Murray, the actor, and he's this very special kind of happy-go-lucky outlook on life. So I think a quote that's attributed to him where he said that if you can just learn to look after yourself and then hopefully look after others, that's how you should live your life. Just learn to look after yourself, look after others, and kind of that's what life should be. So that's my quote.
Good. I really like this one. Really like. Right, Steven, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for being so kind. And thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
All the best. Thanks so much, okay? Take care,
you.
Steven. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.